Well, the range is all fueled up and warming up. We're off to meet the guys from Shifting Metal again. Off to another auction with them. We're setting ourselves another challenge. I think he wants to do a sub 10 grand challenge this time, so top end of my market. So I'm loaded up with a couple of nice pasties for him. I'm about to meet him at his farm. So I'll catch up when I get there and we'll hit the auctions to see what's what. It's like one of those Australian ranches here, right? It's like an hour's journey from one end of the farm to the other to get to his car. There you go, see, I've given the boys pasties. I told them if I don't put it on camera it's not true. If you can't be charitable these days unless you capture it. I want to remind everyone there is no money on cars at all. I don't know how you get by, mate, owning a farm like this and all these horses and caravans and cars and everything. So here we are at G3. Let the random bidding begin. Now Joe has dropped it on me that he's over there somewhere, the cheeky little bugger, that he won't actually drive me back to my car. He needs to go on somewhere else to do some recording with somebody else. Dropped it on me on the way here that he wants to ideally not have to drop me back to my motor outside Bridgewater. So I actually need to buy something to drive back to his farm that I can leave there and have transported later on and drive my Range Rover home. So we need to choose a car that I think is going to be comfortable enough to do 4 or 5 hours home in and reliable enough, but still of a sort of level that's affordable to resell at my place. So let's get in and see what's going on. By the way, if I haven't said already at this point, massive thanks to the G3 guys for inviting me up and for putting me up in a hotel last night. Very kind of them. Joe suggesting all three of us get on the turntable.
Right. I don't know about us two.
Yeah, I think we might overwhelm it. Got to be cheap, haven't they? Really, that doesn't sound a lot of money at all. So obviously you know Joe, but we've got Dave from Car Dealer Pro here as well. You got your channel just started, isn't it?
Yeah, we've done it about 4 months now.
4 months, okay.
So yeah.
And you've got a dealership with about, what was it, 50, 60 cars, you say?
Yeah, 50, 60 cars.
But you're on the other end of the spectrum. You do what cars like 10 grand plus, isn't it?
From 5 grand to 20 grand.
20 grand.
Yeah,
So he's making me spend more money this time. So this is going to be the man for the top tips, because you're buying prowess from the last auction we went to is something that I don't plan on following suit with.
I spent 1,500 quid on my car.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend that money, but you've got up to 10,000.
Okay.
You know?
But for me, like when we started out selling, this was where we started.
I would get a buzz off the slightly higher mileage, leggy.
That's it.
Cheap. You get it so much cheaper than you would a real nice example.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm getting really excited about this.
These boys think I'm funny for buying like really cheap cars.
I think you're doing the right thing.
Right, okay.
Definitely. It's
You've just got more of a stomach for it. I just can't stand all the problems that turn up.
We've got a row here of Euro car parts vans that all look like they've got massive scratches down the side when you look at the pictures, but they're actually, it's just the glue from the their lettering. So I'll be interested to see how cheaply these go through. They've obviously just got all to end of life and stuck them all in one go. These have been going quite cheaply. They're quite tidy little vans, really. Obviously none of them come with mechanical reports, so there is a bit of danger that they could have issues. About to get the little vans are about to go through.
outside.
2150, 22 bid. Yellow Cambridge, 22 bid. 50, 22, 53. Down here, 23. Oh yes. It's not one joy, 2350. 2350 bid. No thank you. Selling. One driver.
Cheap van. 2.4. That was cheap.
Back online. Sorry, 49 in there. 4,900 online at 49. Done. Thank you for letting me know. Once, twice. Oh.
So this is one I thought would be a good option for me to go home in. 2017 Hyundai i20 with the 1.24 petrol engine on it, which is a tough little engine, isn't it? 69,000 miles on it. MOT runs till 29th the 6th, but it was advisory free last time. Only thing is, doesn't have the service history on it, but that doesn't worry me on these chain driven 1.2s. It really doesn't, and it seems tidy inside. This would get me home quite nicely, wouldn't it? And retail for it when I got home would be 6,995, so it wouldn't be massively expensive car. It'd fit in with my stock quite well, wouldn't it? I really Royston will be telling me this. Need to hear them start it up and make sure the chain's all right on it.
4, 2, 3. Next in time, 9, 20 anyway. 36 to it. 36, 37 bid net. 37 bid, 38, 39, 39 bid. The asset selling, £4,000 bid. 41 with hand of us all. 42, 42 to bid, 43. You'll give me out. 44, 44 bid, 45. No thank you. 45 to bid. Online if you want it, be sharp then. 45 bid, 39 selling. That's right. Well played, 8-1-3-4.
This could be one for me, a little Dacia. It's got a long MOT on it, only advisory's tyres. It's got a tiny little bit of paint on the rear wing. It's got the traditional bumper issues on the go, like I say to you, they always do, sticking out outside. Got a few little dings on the bonnet, but overall, nice looking little car. So if you didn't catch it there, I just won the Hyundai i20 for the 4,500 I'd written down. Retail is 6,995, and that's like 300-400 quid below Auto Trader recommended. So as long as it's mechanically sound, which I did ask the driver, Royston, don't worry, I did ask the driver what the clutch was like, asked him to rev it up. It seemed all okay, but who knows. But there should be a decent enough margin there. I could carry on buying now. There's such a lot of good stock here. That Dacia's about to go through, but the only thing is transport-wise is I'm slightly worried about, but I might go and watch it go through. But one of our other guys here is David's going to bid on this Volvo, so we're going to see how he gets on with that. That Volvo, it's a nice car, that Volvo. Let's see how the Dacia does. I'm tempted to bid on the Dacia, but transport will kill me. I'd want to be in this Dacia about 2.8 max, so let's see what it goes for.
Documents are all here, or to be fair, got a bit of 2, Daniel's in slight high, so we'll start 2-1. Online, 2,001 value, 2 bid, 2 3 online, 2 4 in the hall, 2 5 online. Online, 2,507, 26 online.
Seems like it's going to go for a decent price.
Online, 2,006 bid, 1250. Think about it. 26 minutes online, look at the miles, diesel, 50.
Yes, see, I'd go 2.8 on that. He's in there.
27 a bit, 27 online. You done set, one more, 27.15.
Yes.
50 I've got, 28 online. I've not seen him lose off the fair.
It's bang on what I would have paid for it. Bang on.
Last one, 28.
So this would be a comfy drive home. 2015 2-litre diesel Mondeo with, what was the mileage on it? It was 89,000 miles, so mileage is good. It's got a good report on it. It's got MOT on it till next month. The last MOT was advisory free. It looks fairly tidy. It needs a good machine polish, but other than that, it looks fairly tidy. Like I say, it'd be a comfortable car to get you home in, wouldn't it? Interior needs a good wet clean, like they always do. But our screen is coming on okay there by the looks of it. I better double check that actually. But I imagine there'll be quite a few people on this because this is just prime bit of stock, isn't it, really? 2015 Audi, 125,000 miles, only 3.7. 2015 Ibiza, 97,000 miles, 1,850 quid. Bargain. I'd be buying that. 650 for 2012 Ibiza.
750 of it, come on Manchester, you'll go 80 bid, 50. On sale, says Lucy, for 850 of it, no thank you. And buys it, one strike. Happy holidays.
850. It only had 103,000 miles on it. 2017 Focus, 108,000 miles, 2.7. Very cheap car. Right, this is our normal kind of fodder, a Corsa on a 63 plate with 76,000 miles on it. So I'll be interested to see how much this goes for compared down my way. I'd say I'd be 2k plus easy down my way for this to get it up at 3,995.
Can't make them much cheaper, people. We're online at
1400 is a bargain, even if you needed a timing chain.
15 a bit, you have to go again, Peter. At 15 a bit, we got 15, we got 15 on it. Lucy said sell it, 60 back
Still
online.
cheap, but still being at £1,900 comfortably. 2017 Focus manual, 90,000 miles, only 3 grand at the moment.
32 a bit, caps at 5 grand, 3,200 quid online.
Saying that the trade price of it is actually 5 grand, but it's only at 3.4.
£3,400, we got 3.4 bid, net bid at 34 bit. £3,400, we got 35 online. Fresh money online with a delay, yeah? £3,500, we got 35 bit. On the net then, 35 bit. I'll certainly give it a call.
For them in it, that is cheap.
35.50 whole money, 35.50.
So there's such a lot to record, there's such a lot going on. I've run out of battery, but luckily I have my little top-on Jump Surge 1200, which is just the kind of size you can stick it in your top pocket, carry it in your pocket, and it's going to allow me to carry on recording for you guys for the rest of the day. So hopefully I can get you some more of these prices, because they are crazy cheap. But yeah, these little jump packs, they are brilliant, because obviously you can charge stuff off them as well as jumping cars. I might need that later on for my car, you never know. But yeah, just even if you don't need to jump cars very often, they're just really useful to have, because I don't mean stuck with no more filming for you guys for the rest of the day. So thanks again, Topped On. I will put a link in the video description down below and get your discount code as per normal. Right, the trade value for this is 11.2 for a 61 plate. It's an S5 with 8,000 miles. Let's see what this goes for.
Capping at 11.2, I'm selling at 78. You're going to miss one anybody else for it? If you want it, be quick then. I'm selling online. Let's go down £80, I got 3 on me. 1 5 we go at 78. Oh wow, 50 online, 78, 50 a bit, 78, 50 a bit, 78, 50 a bit. That's right, buddy. Online at 78, 50. Anybody else wants it? 1 5 we sell it.
£1,200 for a 2011 Santa Fe. So I've just broken the cardinal rule. I wandered in there and there was a Nissan Note. I can't even show you a video of it. A Nissan Note on the block on a 2014 new shape, 100,000 miles with 1.2 petrol, and it looked cheap at 2,750. So I just had the bid on it. I didn't look at the report or anything. Joe's going to do a vehicle score for me on the MOT now and tell me what the MOT reads like.
What do you reckon it scored from 1 to 999?
64.
No, you're laughing. 724.
Really?
And no, it has got over 10 comments on recent MOTs, vehicles over 10 years old, mileage is above 80,000.
10 comments on the recent MOT?
Yeah, pass rate 7. So, oh no. Tyre, seatbelts, not check. Oh, because I had a seat in it. Near side front suspension. Really, is it?
Nothing.
Tyres
Live with all that.
Suspension bush.
Live with all that, can we? Would you do all those things? Yeah. You'd fix all those things, would you? Get them off
It's just an advisory.
Yeah. You wouldn't take them off.
Well, the thing is, if you drive it and it's got like a bit of a clonk or whatever from the suspension, then fair enough, there's an actual problem.
There's a difference in there between a clonk and someone getting a pry bar in and managing to make it move, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Right, so I've won a Nissan Note 1.2 and I've won a Hyundai i20 1.2. Which would you drive home?
Hyundai.
Hyundai. I think. Let's go and pay out for the Hyundai then. So I've just come down to the compound to pick up my Hyundai i20. They basically scan your QR code, then the boys go and pick the car up for you and bring it here. But to make sure you don't get nice and cold while they're doing it, they give you a lovely heated little room here with a TV on the wall so you can stay nice and comfy when I go and collect your car. So unfortunately I can't get the Nissan back at the same time. I'm going to have to pay transport for that, so we're going to have to look at how much transport is to get it back. Probably should have gone and bought 2 or 3 more cars to make transport cheaper, because they do it on a volume basis, and the price of the stock here, it was worth buying more, but caution did kick in. So here it is, my first G3 auction buy, and the one that's going to have to get me the 5 hours home because Joe says he won't drop me off. So it's a 2017 Hyundai i20 1.2, so it's the engine I like. with only 69,000 miles on it, so the mileage isn't too bad. It's a nice non-offensive white, but the big bonus with this is no paintwork. I mean, bar touching on a couple of little scratches on the back there is no paintwork needs doing on this. 2017 for me obviously is quite new, but obviously I wanted something that was going to be a good chance of being very reliable all the way home. And Joe set us the 10k challenge, so I wanted to do more expensive cars. This one, retail-wise, I think is... Well, I have just spotted something I missed before, a little ding down there on the bottom of the arch, but that's not a bad one to have to do, to be honest. That's nice and low down and shouldn't be too hard to do at all. This one, retail-wise, I think is about 7 grand, 7.2. Yeah, like bar that little ding down there on the bottom of that sill, it's in really nice condition. It's good spec-wise. We've got cruise control, Bluetooth, parking sensors, USB auxiliary input, aircon, all-round electric windows, and everything is in really nice condition. All the buttons are good. There's no wear on anything. On the interior is in good condition. There's no real staining on the fabric seats. It's outrageous. It'll clean up quite nicely. I've not had one this new before, but I'm really quite pleased with it. It's a nice car, and I think that's still fairly affordable, isn't it? Sort of 7k mark, it's still affordable. We've got some mats in the boot there, it's all in good condition. I've checked the fluids, they're all okay. So yeah, we're going to run this one home, and I shall probably have a little stop off about halfway and let you know how things are going. I have driven it a very short distance. Clutch and gearbox seems all fine, no nasty noises. Started up on the button. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with this buy at this moment in time. So Joe has got his car. So Dave, what you got? You got a...
I got a mini Paisley, what was it called?
Roadster.
A
Roadster.
That's it, I got a mini Roadster, so I was happy with that.
Same as mine, isn't it? There's a black one. What year was it?
It's 2013, 45,000 miles. I got it for 3. I think it's worth 6.5.
And the engine was rattling like a maracas, of course, being a mini. This is fantastic. And Joe wins the award for biggest bollocks of the day, I think, for sure, by buying what, I don't even know my Audi's. What is it, an A7, is it?
Anyone ever pegged me as being the drug dealer type?
How much white powder is under the armrest? What is this again? I forget what model this is now.
Audi A5 Sportback.
So he buys an A5 Sportsback and I buy a Hyundai i20 and a Nissan Note. Yeah, I don't like risk. I'm risk adverse.
What size engines are yours? I mean, this isn't a big engine, but
I think my engine's the same size as the blower motor on your dashboard. Yeah. I think that's what it is. How many miles has this got on it?
115.
Oh look guys, it's got a DSG gearbox. He does love pain, doesn't he? To be fair,
it'll be warm when I'm waiting for recovery.
It is probably a really desirable car. All joking aside, it probably is a really desirable car. And you scored a bargain on this as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I got it for about 1,000 less than I was going to bid. 5.9.
5.9. We all actually think we got our cars at under book today, didn't we? Which is hard at auction these days, isn't it? G3 power. Because you got a decent, you got like 2k margin in yours, didn't you? Yeah. And you've got, how much margin you got in this? Potentially against retail?
Mine took off my brain to work. I think it's probably 6.3, something like that.
He's probably got a man. He's got a man that works this kind of thing out for him, I think.
9.8 retail. All right, it's not got full history, and it's going to want some good. I'll probably try and get like the wheelman to come out and clean up the faces of the wheels.
Or paint them black.
Maybe a Campbell. Still, what do you got? What do you got? 3.5 grand.
So he's got 3.5 in his. We got 2 in ours, but hopefully shouldn't have to do about £1,000 worth of work because you need a DSG service as well. Anybody considering buying this car, I'd recommend you ask him for a DSG service, and I'd ask for a main dealer one as well. I'd ask for a main dealer stamp one.
The phone call I had the other day about the edition 35 Golf GTI car. There's a tiny little mark in the seat here, and they said, "Well, I'm going to have to buy."
That's a deal breaker, brand new seat. Yeah, we'll get to Audi and get you a seat.
Another seat.
So comment down below, who do we think's made the best purchase, and who do we think's going to do the best out of it, and we will keep in touch with you. And you'll see me more in this video because I've got to get home now in my car. I'm the only one brave enough to drive it home. Actually, you're going to drive this, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I've only got an hour and a half. This thing would have barely won that by then.
Are you taking this?
May as well while we're up here.
So yeah,
You've got an extra one here, haven't you? And I think
I have.
an extra one here. So maybe we'll get Josh or someone to come.
so if anybody out there is looking for a car, you can buy a Mini that has a really bad timing chain. You can buy an Audi that's going to have a DSG gearbox that's going to munch itself, or you can buy a Hyundai 10 that's still going to be here after any nuclear war and go on forever and a day. So I'll put a link in the description down to my car. That's the only link you need. Well, it's about 8 o'clock at night and I'm just outside Bristol, I think, aren't I? Michael Wood Services, is it? And the I-20 has been running absolutely bang on. The only thing I've noticed is a bit of a grumble from wheel bearing over on this side, I think. We'll get that checked out by the boys. But no, other than that, cruise control's working nicely. I've got it set to the national speed limit, of course, and it's cruising along. Absolutely beautiful. Temperature staying bang where it should. It's not using a lot of fuel. It's comfortable. Bluetooth's working. Like I say, cruise control's working fine. Yeah, seems a cracking little car. So I'll go grab myself a coffin and make the rest of the way home.